urban caching at its best. SkyTrain, Vancouver, welcome to Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. So welcome to this special edition of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. I'm Icenrye. We're down here on the waterfront in downtown Vancouver at the starting point of the SkyTraining Series. Now, this was just recently released here in the Lower Mainland, and yes, I'm back in the Lower Mainland for another geocaching show. So what the SkyTraining Series is, there's 11 caches along the SkyTrain line. So you start at the waterfront terminus where we are now, and you work your way out east towards Surrey. And along the way you stop, you find a cache, pick up clues, standard stuff, throw the clues together, and you come up with your final location. Now what makes this cache unique is that it can all be done from the SkyTrain. So you can basically get on board anywhere, buy a day pass, because it's going to take you quite a while, and go exploring most of the generally metropolitan Vancouver area. So we found our first cache already. It's a little micro. Most of these are micros, and word of warning: be stealthy. Okay, bring stuff you can conveniently drop on the ground. It'll really come in handy. And fairly busy place where we are now. It's a little deserted now, but it can get crazy up here. So we found the first cache. We've signed a log. So now we're off east down the line, off to location number 2. So come along and join us on a special edition of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. Alright, we just got off SkyTrain at the Science World Station. This puts us about 500 meters away from the cache. So we got a rough idea where it is, but I'm not giving away spoilers, you know me. So we're off and running, and let's see if we can find our second stop on the SkyTrain tour. Alrighty, well, I think we found the cache location. Keyword is think. And to see, the extra clue mentions 10 meters, east of the cords, tree, 3 branches, and a brick. So let's just flip the camera around and go over to here. 1 trunk, 3 branches, and if we slide down to here, there's a brick. However, no sign of the cache. And we just checked the logs, and someone was here yesterday. He didn't find it either. So, well, we don't know what to do, but we're not going to give up. We're going to carry on, and we'll get the rest of the coordinates, and we'll guess. We'll have to use our brains. We'll have to think about this one. So anyways, this is the Main Street cache, and we're off down the line to see where we end up next. Broadway and Commercial, downtown Vancouver. Another location of one of the SkyTraining Series. And we had better luck here. We found it, and we're filling out the information as we speak. So now we have a couple clues, and we're having a great time. This is a lot of fun. So anyways, we're off to our next stop, and we'll let you know when we get there. We're in Burnaby now, near Willingdon Park. Location of SkyTraining Gilmore. Cache is about 100 meters or so from here, so we're off and looking. And we'll let you know what we come up with. Hey, I got a tree growing on my head. So another success. That's 3 out of the 11 we've found so far with 1 DNF. And nice little hike, beautiful little spot. You never expect to see a spot like this in the middle of a metropolitan area. So anyways, we're off back to the SkyTrain station to hop on again, head east and see where we end up next. So I'm just outside the Spurling station here in Burnaby. Yes, you got it. There's another SkyTrain stop here. As a matter of fact, it's just about a couple meters up the road there. We've already found it, signed a logbook. We got our clue. Next train's coming in, so we got a train to catch. So see you at Lougheed. So we're now near the Lougheed station in the city of Burnaby, and cache is about 200 meters away from here. If you're curious to where we are, the Lougheed Mall, big shopping mall, is just behind us on the other side of the station. SFU is just up the road a ways that way. We went by there, and interesting looking place up on Burnaby Mountain. So anyways, as usual, we got a cache to find and a train to catch, so we're off and running. Alright, a short walk from the Lougheed Mall SkyTrain station brings us to the cache. This is what we're looking for. It's a series of these little key lock boxes, and there is a secret to opening these things. Do not take out the little tab in the front. The whole box does indeed slide apart. I can't do it with one hand, but trust me, it took us a couple times to finally figure out how the heck these things work. So I've already lost track of how many of these things we've found, but I believe we're about halfway there, and we're doing the North Loop. And we're sort of going to come around back to New West, and we're going to zip back up into Vancouver to find the rest of them, then work our way back to Surrey to find the final cache. So things are going along. Let's see, we've been doing this for about 3.5 hours now, and having a great time. And seeing a lot of great scenery here. So we're just out past the Sapperton station of SkyTrain. Yep, you got it. We just found another one. This is how many times have I said this? We're having a heck of a lot of fun, and it's only 1:45, so we're cruising right along. Now, this particular area, when I came off the train, looks real familiar because just slightly behind me, in sort of that direction, is another cache called the Birdhouse Condos, and I found it here when I was in July. I didn't have the camera with me, but it's a real fun cache. Sort of goes along a trail, and what they've done is they've constructed birdhouses up on poles, and there's like tons of them. Some are set up to Not Tonight Deer, if you remember that from episode 4, where you see all the birdhouses going around the park area there. But anyway, so it's almost getting close to lunch, but we're going to grab a couple more and see what happens off to our next stop. So just past the 29th Street station here in Vancouver as well, you got another one of the SkyTrain series. So anyways, we found a little sucker. We're doing what we have to do, and we'll soon be off to the next one in the series. We're almost getting down to the end. Alright, so we're near another park in New West this time, to the New West stop on the SkyTrain station, and we found the cache, but there's no clue inside. So we don't know if someone's lost it, whether it's been stolen or not. So we're down 2. But we got a couple of lifelines, so like Regis says, we may just have to call a friend. But anyways, we got a couple more clues to go, so we're going to get back on the train and see what happens. deep in the heart of Surrey at the Scott Road SkyTraining Station. And not a whole heck of a lot of park around here, unless you call a parking lot a park. And strangely enough, that's where we found the final cache. This is number 11. This is the one that's going to have the final clue to take us to where, well, the bonus is, the prize, the end of the line. Now, we do have a minor problem because we are missing two numbers. One we couldn't find and one seems to be missing. So we're going to take this number. We know in the general area where the final cache is, so we're going to head off there and take a look around, do some guesswork, and as I've said already many times, if all else fails, well, we just may have to use a lifeline. Anyways, Fire Ted's right by my side. We're going to crack this puppy open and see what's inside. See you guys at the final cache back at King George. So as you can tell, it's starting to get dark out here in the Lower Mainland. That's Fire Ted behind me, putting in the final coordinates to the cache. Well, if you remember, back when it was sunshine, we were talking about the one cache that didn't have a clue in it. Well, does the phrase RTFM mean anything to you? It's short for read the manual. And none of us actually read the cache description, and it turns out there's not supposed to be a number in that cache. It's a mathematical formula based on the area. So, fortunately, we had to use two lifelines, but looks like we got a final set of chords, so we're going to get back on the train, head out to King Edward. Let's go find this sucker. I'm starting to get hungry. It's almost dinner time. Anyways, we'll see you guys at the terminus. Well, as you can tell, it's fairly dark now, but we're out here at the King George Station, and we've just found the final cache. We're checking it out, signing the logbook, and I'm actually nowhere near where the final cache location is, because as usual, I don't like giving away spoilers. But to the creator of the SkyTraining Cache Series, man, this was awesome. We left waterfront at 10 o'clock this morning. It's now 5:30 in the evening, and got the clues, most of the clues, and yeah, we had to use a lifeline. Okay, that's what friends are for, they say. But we're just signing a log, we're putting everything away, and man, that was a lot of fun. So if you're ever in Vancouver and you got a whole day to kill, grab yourself a day pass. At the time of this taping, they're $8, and they allow you to go anywhere on the Vancouver transit system. So you can do SkyTrain, you can do Surface Bus, you can go Sea Bus, you can go anywhere. So it's really, really good deal. So, yeah, that's it. One heck of a great series, man. Definite thumbs up from me. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this special edition of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. And until next time, cache on.